All right, welcome in, welcome in. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what city you're in.
I'm all the way up.
What city are you tuning in from today? Welcome in, you guys. Let me know. Oh, wait, let me open the chat up here. Okay, there we go. Let me know what city you're in. As you guys know, we have a list of 20,000 women looking for you. Okay, so it's good to know like where you're at, because we know where we're needed. Okay, Houston, Chicago, Detroit, VA, all of those, Virginia. Yep. Okay, so welcome to the Sewing to Riches, the Abra Kadabra 6-month hair growth solutionist sewing program Q&A. Okay, so I'm here to you to talk about our program. You more than likely have come off of social media, so you kind of know what's going on a little bit, and you're here because you know you got to do something. All right. With this system, I went from homeless, and we're gonna talk about that in a little bit, to making six figures, over $100,000 to be exact. And that was after only 1 year. And guess what? Like the same pattern is happening with my students. So this is very, very exciting. And I'm looking to really catapult some other hair professionals to another level they probably can't even imagine. Okay. So can you imagine it? Like, can you imagine like going from where you are now to making six figures in a very short period of time? That does not have to be a dream. That is a reality. It's going on right now. And all of you on here now have an opportunity to be in front of the movement, which means you benefit the most. I currently have a list of 20,000 high-paying women from all over the world who have filled out a consultation form looking for you. And I only have 30 certified technicians that know how to provide this service right now. You do the math, okay? There's literally billions of dollars sitting on an Excel spreadsheet, okay? And so we haven't even tapped into the demand yet. So let me tell y'all something. Inflation is at an all-time high. Everything is going up like crazy, which means your money today won't be worth anything 2 to 5 years from now. Clients are learning how to do all of these protective styles on YouTube, these braids, these wigs, these crochets, some traditional sew-ins. It's very threatening to our hair careers. But one thing I can assure you, they're not learning this system. All right. So there's a different kind of security with knowing this skill, and we really don't want you to miss out on it. So the purpose of this Q&A is to get you as much information as you can so that you can make an informed decision that will best serve you. The program is not for everyone. I understand that. This is something I know. So either things will resonate and speak with you, or they won't. Either way, it's okay with me. Okay. I just ask that you keep an open mind, honor what you're feeling, and speak up to whatever questions you have if I did not answer something that you were needing to know. Okay. So why is being here important to you right now? If you don't know, let's go ahead and find out. Okay. So why being here is important right now, especially right now at this time. Okay. You may have clients, but you're working like a slave. You have to do something and you feel you won't make it. Okay. If you resonate with any of this, give me a 1. Okay. If you resonate with anything I'm saying, let me know where you are so I can kind of know who I'm speaking to. All right. So you're trying to figure out where the clients are, and you need a way to get them in constantly coming through the door. So you have a hard time keeping clients. Okay. You know, you need bigger tickets or to increase your prices, but you feel your clients won't pay you higher prices. So basically you're terrified. All right. If you don't make more, you may have to go get a job. And when we have been on our own for so long, it's hard to go work for somebody else. Like, really, who wants to do that? All right. You don't have anything to show for what you put into your career. All right. You want to buy a home, have retirement, you want investments, you need security. Can you imagine going to work at Walmart when you get older because you don't have anything and because your body can't do hair anymore? Just imagine it. I see it all the time. Okay. You want to be more involved with your kids' life, but you feel like you're stuck at work. You literally don't get to see your kids because you're always working. I understand that so much. I remember being in the salon and I found the only daycare in the city that stayed open till 12 midnight. And my kids were there a lot to 10, 11 p.m. Okay. And I cried every single time I went to go get them because I didn't have any support, but I had to work. And y'all gonna find out a little about me in a second. Okay. Why being here is important to you right now. You've always dreamed of traveling, but you don't get to. Why you don't get to travel? Either you don't have the money to, you can't miss your job, you can't miss work to travel, or you don't have the money. All right. We all know that when we don't show up to work, we don't make money. So you're not making money, and if you don't show up, you're not making money. So you're losing a lot by traveling. All right. You want to build a sustainable business to where you can have some freedom to live the life you really want to live. We all want our freedom. Okay. Now, why being here is important to you right now, our program helps solve all of these challenges. I know there's a lot of us out here struggling, and I also know we don't have to. Okay. So this is the effort to help make life easier for you, because I would have loved for someone to be there for me when I was building my business. Okay. And you're going to learn why in a second. Some of you all know me from social media. Some of you all may not even have a clue who I am. So let's talk about who I am and why it's in your best interest to learn what it is I have to offer. Okay. So who is Abra? Why do you need to learn from me? All right. I'm the CEO of Abra Kadabra Hair and Healing, and I've been in business for 16 years. I was licensed in 2008, and I have not punched anybody's clock since then, since 2008. In fact, no one has handed me a dime since I was 15 years old. I had the same fire and drive in me today I had at 15 years old. Okay. I have helped over 1,000 women grow their hair longer than it's ever been before. Now, because I have taught my trade secret methods to other hair professionals, now the hair growth success stories are like climbing in numbers. At some point, we'll be at 1 million. Okay. So right now we're over 2,000, close to 3,000 now. And the world is starting to recognize it because no one is doing it. You can't go anywhere and find that. All right. I'm an American medical certified hair loss practitioner and trichologist. If you don't know what a trichologist is, it's a person who studies, it's a professional who studies hair loss and scalp diseases and problems and issues that affect your hair and how it functions. Okay. Did I cover? I own a hair growth product line that you guys have access to when you join the program, and a hair extensions line as well. I'm a self-published author of Poor Hair, Rich Hair, the book and the workbook, which you get in the program when you join. And that's really to help you get that vision. Sometimes we move in and we don't really have a vision, right? You gotta have a vision. You gotta develop eyes for where it is that you want to go. Some of us don't know where we want to go. Some of us don't know why we want to get there. Some of us don't know what our skills are, what our unique capabilities are. That helps you kind of find that. And once you know that, you start attracting what it is that you really desire. I am the author of the Hair of Your Dreams, Hair Growth Guide and Wellness ebook. I have helped hairstylists scale to 6-figure hair business through my Hairversity programs and systems, even during a pandemic. I'm the owner of a commission-based salon for a decade. All right. So actually, I just released my salon and my staff this year in August. My salon was the most successful Black-owned salon in my city. It was it was very profitable, but I have been called to do something bigger. And so being guided in that way and knowing how to emotionally detach from something that has been your baby for so long is a skill. And it was necessary to make my business and my life take it to new heights. I had to make the executive decision, and it was the right one, although it was one of the hardest decisions that I ever had to make. So that was in August. And since then, my business has taken off massively. Okay. I went from 100,000 followers to 200,000 followers in only 2 months. Okay. My revenue has doubled, and I get to be at home involved with my kids. I'm a single mother of 3 kids, 18, 14, and 2 years old. I know there's a big gap. My oldest are the 2 boys. My youngest is the girl. I got my girl. Okay. And I get to focus on teaching hair pros around the world. All right. There is nowhere I have to be on a day-to-day. I choose where I want to be. And right here, right now, I'm with you. Okay. The only hair pros I've been focused on the last 8 months are the ones that are in this program, and they are killing it. I mean, exceeding my expectations and standards of this program. Okay. I haven't allowed anyone to enroll in this program in 8 months. Okay. So you never know when the decision like that will be made. So this program is not like everybody come on in when you want to come in. All right. It's very sacred. I have a vastly growing brand, and things are always changing all the time. All right. I'm a pioneer. So there's no handbook to help me figure out how to do this and when to do it and why, there's no handbook. I have to map it out on my own. Okay. So let's keep it going. I'm a beauty industry thought leader. A beauty industry thought leader is someone who media comes to for news, blogs, magazines to get advice. You can just Google my name, Abra McPhail, and you'll find all kind of articles pertaining to hair loss, hair growth, and the business of hair. I accomplished all of these things on my own, and don't think for 1 second it was a walk in the park. Okay. I experienced homelessness during this time of building my business and my life to where it is now. I lived in my car 10 years ago, literally 10 years ago, while I was living in Atlanta. I was in a big city with my baby and a toddler, as an entrepreneur with no source of consistent income because I didn't have consistent support. All right. I ended up living in my car in Walmart's parking lot with my babies. That lasted 3 days, but it really felt like 3 years. I buckled down and did something I had never did before, and that was to ask a stranger for help. White, stinky guy with a cute, stinky little dog. But beggars can't be choosy now. I lived in his room for 3 weeks, but I felt like I was in jail, literally. It was a very small room. I was locked in there all day with 2 very active little boys climbing on the walls and everything like monkeys. Okay. I had depression, anxiety, and there was never any breaks. Okay. It was bad. It was really bad. So I decided to just move back to my hometown, which was St. Louis, and I came back with nothing. So everything that you just witnessed that I built from nothing. Okay. So I don't know where you have been. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what you're going through right now. Like you, I was trying to figure it out. Okay. Nothing was working fast like I wanted and consistently like I needed it. And at that moment, that's when I realized you must have people in your life who are supportive when you are trying to build your business, or you're not going to be able to do it. I was humble in a way like never before from that experience. Okay. And just as you would probably think, okay, it couldn't get any worse than that, I almost died. Literally. Okay. What's worse than almost losing your life? Coming from homeless, I work like a robot because of the fear of being in my car again and failing my kids and that guilt, right? The way I was moving was inhuman. And this is what happened. My body shut all the way down. I caught tonsillitis, pneumonia, the flu all at the same time. I had a 104 fever for 12 days straight. I was hospitalized for 8 weeks and I couldn't work for 3 months. When we don't work, we don't get paid. Okay. Pure agony, pain, and suffering, like pure agony. Okay. I lost 45 pounds during that time. Very dangerous place to be in. So you got to ask, like, how did you get there? How did that happen? I was working 12 to 16-hour days, 6 days per week as a single mother. I was working. I wasn't working out. I wasn't eating healthy, sometimes not eating at all. I mean, literally going 16-hour days without a piece of food touching my mouth, not even water. Okay. I wasn't taking vitamins. I wasn't getting adequate amounts of sleep. There was no social life. There was no fun. There were no breaks. There were no boundaries. I always said yes to everybody and everything. Okay. And my stress was literally through the roof. All right. So the point of all of this is for you to know I was money broke when I went through my homelessness, right? I was time broke, and all I wanted, nothing meant more to me than my freedom. Okay. And that's exactly what I got. So I went from homeless to I went from not having any money to making $200,000 per year, but almost dying in the process, to making 250, but working half the time. All right. And that was before I really catapulted my business. So this was me as a single hairstylist behind the chair, no retail, no salon, no, only my flat iron, my products, my comb, brush, spray, all of that. Okay. My schedule was literally like 3 days a week, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And I was chilling the other 4 days of the week and being more involved with my kids, which is what I always wanted. Okay. And during the pandemic is when I retired, 2020. I focused on my product line and my course. And then here I am now. So this success took me 10 years of going through blood, sweat, tears, homelessness, and almost near death, okay, to achieve. And you can achieve it in less than a year with having to go through any of those things, okay? So let's talk about it. The Abra Kadabra 6 month sew-in. What is it? So the Abra Kadabra 6 month sew-in is a sewing process that's worn for 6 consecutive months. as a protective style to inspire a breakthrough in the health of one's hair, the growth, and as well as the density or the thickness, okay? It involves 3 mandatory visits: the installation, the retouch, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, and the removal, with recommended maintenance visits in between. How does this program benefit you? So one, it's going to skyrocket your income. And all of the things I'm saying has been proven. If you asked me about 2 years ago, I would have been able to prove it on me and the hairstylists that were in proximity to me, but I couldn't say that I can help hairstylists all over the world do this. Now, this is what I can say, and this is what I can prove, okay? So it's going to skyrocket your income. You can charge the highest dollar amount because of the value of the service. And I know some of you guys on here thinking, oh my God, my clients won't pay me. If your client's not willing to grow with you, they're going to be replaced by the clients we send you, okay? It's going to set you apart and allow you to dominate your city because no one is doing it. It's going to create a demand for you because no one knows how to do it. So your clients have to come back, okay? You're going to work less because you will be making more from one client than you usually make from 3 to 6 clients. You automatically earn additional income from retail items that are attached to the system, okay? So not only are you going to be doing the system, you're going to be selling hair, you're going to be selling hair growth products, supplements, whatever it is, that scalp soothers and tonics, whatever it is that they need to successfully get through this process. That's free money, okay? That's just attached from knowing how to do this skill, okay? And then you get access to women all over the world who want this service, okay? So let's break this down a little bit. I'm a numbers gal, so I know you guys probably thinking, and so if you're just now joining, what we're doing now is going over frequently asked questions. If I did not touch your question by the end of this, then I'm gonna ask that you kind of present it and I'll go ahead and answer those, okay? So what we're doing now is we're about to break the numbers down. I'm a numbers gal. You can't sell me nothing if the numbers don't make sense, okay? You can't tell me nothing if the math don't math, all right? So let's talk about it. How much do you get paid from your sew-ins right now, you guys? Can someone, if you do sew-ins, let me know how much you charge right now for your sew-in. Let me know how much you charge right now. So based on the research of me asking this in the past, most people said 175, some people said 300, some people said 250. So the average I'm gonna say is about 200, all right? So how much do you get paid from knowing this skill, this particular skill? Let's talk about that. So you're going to be able to go from 175, 200, $300 just for a sew-in, not knowing if that client going to come back or not, right? To a $1,600 sew-in system, all right? The system is parts that are put together that are needed in order to achieve a common goal or achieve a desired goal, okay? So this is what it looks like from the initial service. $1,000, all right? Break this down. You're going to do a consultation, $50. And these numbers could change, but they always usually end up being about 1,000, all right? So some people charge $99. I charged $159 back then. Sew-in for $100, that can range. Bottom line is the absolute bottom line is $350, and that's when you first start now. We have students right now charging $500, $600, $700, $800. Some of them are either charging more because they're traveling, all right? Hair, $400, give or take. Products and tools, $150, give or take. Most clients that do this service, when you do the consultation, you're going to inform them about the hair growth supplements. That's a whole nother ballgame. That is one of our best sellers. Mostly every client gets that because they do want to maximize on the process, okay? So instantly by knowing this skill, your value automatically increases. I don't know, some of you guys may work a 9 to 5. If you are a hairstylist, you probably don't know what your average value is, hourly value is, but I will tell you it's not $88. And let me show you how I got to this, okay? Let's break down the service on one client. So you're doing one client here, okay? So I'm going to say that one client is going to see you at least 5 times during a 1-year time frame. Now, people know me to under promise and over deliver, because really that can be 9 services, but I'm not even including the maintenance visits. Most customers are going to come for the maintenance visits, okay? Because it's their first time doing it. They don't want to do anything to mess it up. They're going to do what you tell them to do. That's the benefit of being an authoritative figure in this movement, in this program, okay? So the client's going to come for the installation. That's $400 for the sewing, average of 4 hours. They're going to come back at 3 months to do their retouch tightening. You're going to make it look and feel brand new, right? Average time 3 hours, but an hour of that is under the dryer. An hour, a little bit over hours under the dryer, and shampoo time. That's $200. Then you're going to remove it and put it back in. Most customers go in for a year. I don't know anybody who has not, because it's that beneficial and that valuable, right? So, but even if they weren't even considering, you're going to plant that seed during the original consultation to get maximum results. Give yourself 1 year in this program, in this system, and your hair is going to be totally different. Okay. That's what we recommend in this program. So $200 to remove it, $400. So that's going to be $600. The average is not 7 hours. That's the longest it would take. I used to take about 4 hours, 5 hours max. A lot of our students are taking that time to just kind of remove that, rejuvenate the scalp, detangle, deep condition, and get it back in, right? Then you're going to do a retouch again during that second time. That's $200. Then you're going to remove it. That's $200. Now, I'm just giving out some numbers. These are really the bottom line, because most people are charging over $200 for removal. So I'm always going to give you the bottom line, because I would like to under promise and over deliver. Okay. So with this system, that one client coming to you 5 times in that year is going to be $1,600, right? It took you 18 hours to successfully get them through 1 year of this journey. So that's $88 per hour of your value. Doctors make that. Executives at banks make that, okay? Accountants make that. So instantly you increase your value, all right? So let's hear from one of our students about them working, making more freedom, and just like I said, making more money. So here we go.
I did 4 clients and I made $2,500. That's amazing. Hey, I'm Sean. I'm here. I'm located in Houston, and I just finished up my 6-month Abra Kadabra masterclass to perfect my skills. So I had to give up doing hair for a little while. I faced a lot of challenges with the pandemic, with being a single mom. Since I've been a part of this system, I've been able to travel. I've been able to connect with women across America. I'm making really good money. I'm so excited about my future. Like I said, I can travel. Like, that's a blessing to be able to travel from state to state. What other course out there is creating clientele for their students? And I made $2,500 in the month of May. I did 4 clients and I made $2,500. That's amazing.
Okay, so as we're going through this, if I have a student that can reference what we're talking about, I'm going to play like a 60-second clip, because it's one thing to just hear things from me, but it's another to hear my students and success stories actually talk about what I'm talking about here, okay? So how this system creates 6 figures, all right? So now that you know how much it is that you can collect from one client in a year, right? We're doing simple math here. All we need to do is see how many clients we need total in that 1 year and multiply it to get to the 6 figures. Here we go. Prime example. If let's just say 45 clients, let's say out of that massive 20,000 list that we have of women who looking for you, right? Maybe hundreds in your area, maybe even thousands in your area. Let's say 45 clients decide to patronize your business, okay? Remember, they're all seen 5 times a year, because that's what you recommend. That's what they're gonna do. You don't even have to talk them into doing it. That's just what they're gonna do, because it is that valuable, okay? And then they see the massive hair growth, so they're gonna do it, right? So those 45 clients see you 5 times a year. That's 72,000, right? That's not including the maintenance visits. If we do maintenance visits, we can add about another 10,000 to that. But under promise, over deliver, that's 72,000. Those 45 clients are originally going to purchase hair from you, right? That's going to be about 18,000. that you can make. And then 45 clients are going to get their supplements, their products, their tools that they need to successfully get through the process, right? That's about 28,000, right? So that's $120,000 easily, right? And guess what? This is not even full-time. This is six figures working part-time hours. All right. So let me break this down to you. So earlier, just a few slides ago, I told you we saw that you can make $1,600 from one client, and it's going to take you 18 hours. See, average 4 hours, 3 hours, 7 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 18 hours for that one particular client, right? Okay, here we go. Those 45 clients seen 5 times a year is a total of 225 services total. If you only saw those 45 clients and you only saw them 5 times a year, those 225 services divided by 52 weeks in a year is a total of 4 clients per week. Okay. Part-time, here we go. 18 hours worth of work on those 45 clients throughout the year is 810 hours. Most people work 40 hours a week in 1 year. 40 hours a week in 1 year, which is 2,080 hours. Do y'all see how the math is mathing now? Okay. So here we go. Prime example. Let's hear her out.
I feel like God put this in my life on purpose. You know, I was praying for something that could give me the same income, if not better, but let me be home with my family. And this is it. I'm sorry. Hi, my name is Justina Glover. I'm the owner of the Dollhouse Hair Salon here in Houston, Texas, and I am an Abra Kadabra 6-month sew-in certified technician. So at the beginning of this year, I was on a journey. I woke up in January and I said, I just can't do this anymore. I was booked and busy, but I was tired. I was burned out. And I start feeling it with my connection with my clients. I wasn't with them because I was tired. I couldn't be with my family. My only time with my son was dropping him off to school. That was my short little time with him. I couldn't be present. So when I came upon this 6-month sewing system and I was able to double, almost triple the price, I was like, okay, this is something that I have to do. And I've been certified maybe only 3 months now, and I have been able to double my income with this system, and I'm doing less work. My family comes home, and I'm able to be present with my family. And it's making me emotional right now because it's something that I really wanted. I'm sorry. It's something that I really wanted. And I'm just like, you know, I feel like God put this in my life on purpose. You know, I was praying for something that could give me the same income, if not better, but let me be home with my family. And this is it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you probably didn't understand what was happening there, but I had to walk out of that building because I knew exactly what she was talking about. She's married, so she at least had her husband for support, but as a mother, to feel like you're in chains and you're not in control of how much time you spend with your kids is detrimental. It's detrimental to your spirit, to your soul, to your peace. And it affects you. It affects your output in the world. It affects your hair business. It affects everything. And so I really resonated with her with that. And that was the entire reason why I built my program, is to hear that. And it was a lot. I'm not even a crier. If you know me, you don't see me cry a lot, you know, but my body just kind of broke down. I needed to take like 5 or 10 minutes to gather myself, right? But that's the purpose of this, right? So let's move on, okay? How much is this course? So it's $2,997 with 3 payment options. First, you can either pay full pay, receive all the modules right away. You can pay half deposit of $1,500 or $1,498 or whatever that is. And a payment plan for $300 and receive the first 8 modules out of the 11, 12 modules. And then it goes up to the leave out installation, which is that's what you need to qualify to come to the masterclass. We'll talk about that in a second. But and then one module is released every month thereafter. So you will have everything before you pay it off. That is the risk that we take. And we have had a few times where people got everything and they didn't pay it off, right? But they eventually did it, right? So we haven't had too many problems with that. Or you can do the $297 per month membership for a total of 10 months. The first 3 modules are released upon enrolling, and then one module released every month after, over the next 9 months. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. So we do have 3 options. Now, the what do you learn? What do you learn in this process? So it is an online program. A lot of people say, okay, when can I come to the class? Well, you can't come to the class unless you're in an online program. Okay, so because this is like hair surgery. Would you invite a doctor straight out of medical school, just straight out of medical school, to perform surgery, heart surgery on a patient? You will not. Okay, so you need something to go back to, because it's not a lot in a sense that it's stressful, but it's a lot of information that you learn, right? And every time you watch the online program, you see something that you did not see the first time. How do I know this? Because the students have told me this. All right, when we first created this program, we didn't even have a master class attached to it. All right, so we decided to add a master class, but they say, I'm so thankful for having that, because when I go to the master class, I come back. When I ask questions in the Facebook group, I come back to this and boom, I see it. You know what I mean? So, so you learn proper shampooing techniques for natural hair and sew-ins. I think it's 12 modules. I may be a little wrong on that. It's either 11 or 12, okay? So proper shampoo techniques for natural hair and sew-ins, common hair loss issues, what hair growth treatment is best for your client, the science behind hair growth, the secret to a perfect blowout, quick trimming techniques, how to do a doctor-style like consultation to increase your value and have clients respecting and paying you more, how to sell retail with your service and make more money, how to properly braid for the perfect install, how to create a flat foundation that will not put tension on your client's hair, how to make your client sewing last for 6 months, how to do a retightening service that will make your client sewing look brand new after months of wear, the most secure stitch pattern and rhythm, proper net placement and security, weft placement, how to install a closure that lasts 3 months with no glue or tape. Okay, let me say that one to the ones in the back, with no glue or tape. Okay, how to properly remove a sew-in that retains all of your client's length. That is what gets you the big bucks. That's what they waiting on. That's what they paying $1,000 for, for that moment, you know, everything else too. But that is the reveal. That's why we call it the reveal. How to remove wefts, exactly how you install them, and how to reuse them, exactly how you remove them. That's so important when it comes to time management. All right. They're not only paying you to do this, but they're also paying you to do it in a timely fashion. Nobody has time to just be sitting, right? So, and the last thing, how to charge for the different services, so you are being fair to yourself and to your client. So for example, if you charge $500 for your installation and your maintenance will be 30% of that, your retouch will be 60% of that, your removal will be 70%, you know what I mean? So that's how we break it down, so you know that you're never playing yourself. All right, okay. So once you go through and finish all of your modules, then what? How do you get certified? Okay, what is the requirement for certification? So once you enroll in a course, there are 2 requirements for the certification. You have to attend the hands-on master class, okay? And you have to show that you have gotten at least 1 customer through the entire sewing process. This will require you upload the other 2 mandatory services to your portal in order to complete the system, which are the retouch and the removal. So you will have an online portal that you will upload your pictures to, and you'll learn what pictures that you're supposed to take when you get into the program. But this is how we know that you're doing what you say that you're doing. Okay. This doesn't have that one person doesn't have to be on the same customer, so to speak, as long as we have proof that you did the installation that was cross-checked during the masterclass, that you did the retouch tightening service, and that you were able to successfully remove the sew-in, you qualify for the certification. Okay. Okay, so how much is the masterclass? Is masterclass included with the actual online program? Is it separate? If it's separate, how much does it cost? Okay, so the masterclass is $1,997, and here is how it works. This is very, very important that you pay attention. Okay, This is different from the online program. This is two different entities here. It's just under one program. You got your online course that is teaching you the skill, that is giving you ability to position yourself to make more money with your customers, to really master this method before coming to this masterclass. All right. The 1-day masterclass is usually 2 to 4 months away from when you enroll. This usually gives you enough time to learn the methods and apply them. The masterclass is usually announced 10 to 12 weeks in advance. This gives you enough time to establish payment plans in which the final payment is usually due about 2 weeks before the scheduled date. So we work with you to get to this masterclass, okay? Trust me, we do. We want you to get there because here's why. Each masterclass attendee is provided with a model in which a consultation is performed by a certified technician who's already certified, and you will shadow them during the consultation, gather the information needed to successfully complete the model service, right? So you guys don't have to worry about bringing no model. You don't have to worry about we set everything up for you to make it really easy, okay? Once the masterclass is completed, you are immediately put onto the site for clients to now start booking with you. This is why this masterclass is really, really important, okay? So it's just like going to college and you pay for your college education, right? But then you have to pay for your SAT exam. The SAT not free. You don't walk in and take the SAT to become a lawyer, or your medical exam to become a doctor. You actually have to pay a fee in order to take that test for them to know you're ready to start servicing people, right? So the class is also marketed through email and social media so that our followers and audience know what new cities are uploaded for them to seek. All right. Now, what does that look like? All right. This is what it looks like. I'm about to bring y'all inside now. Okay. This is what it looks like. Okay. If you guys can see that, this is what we get all day, every single day. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I need to turn this off. This is what we get all day, every single day. Do you have someone in Atlanta? Do you have someone in Chicago? Do you have someone in LA? Do you have someone in New York? Do you have this? I mean, this used to be the questions until we updated our technology and started figuring out some better ways to get people to not have to write all this. All they do now is type my city. And I'm going to show you guys an Instagram example of that, right? How we get those people, right? Here's another example. And you can even see me saying, we are trying to get hairstylists in the program. We'll keep you updated. This is really before we started allowing people to get into the program. So there was a demand before I even started teaching this. All right. So let me share with you guys. I'm about to move this screen here. So let me share with you guys this list here. So we have a list that we drive people to. Now, first of all, well, let me show you this here. Let's show you this here first. Okay, so let me open this up a little bit. Let me cross out of here. Okay. Here's an example of us marketing our students, right? So that our followers, we have close to 200,000 followers. They get to see what our students are doing. I don't know if you've caught any of this, but it's always going to say student edition. All right. So let's listen. Okay. That's an example, right? But as you can see here, it says comment my city now. So this is how we collect data. So if you're wondering, like, how do you get clients to us? It's not like I reach out to one client and say, hey, can you go to Shanika in North Carolina? That's not what I do. This is a massive brand. Anything that I do for one person is going to help everybody. Anything that I do for everybody is going to help one person. That is just the beauty of this process, okay? So as you can see, I say comment my city. And here we go. This is how many people did we get? 800 people commented on this. 800, my city, my city, my city. And what you also see is that a lot of our students, once they see somebody in their city, for example, this person says, my city, Houston. I'm trying to find an example of, here we go. Is someone available in NYC? This is one of my students here. She replies. Okay, she's communicating with them. All right. This is free marketing, free advertisement. Do you know how much people pay to get leads, to get people who are looking for them? 1,000. You couldn't even imagine. You couldn't even imagine how much people pay. And this just comes with knowing how to do the skill. Okay. So we got 400 people. I can go on and on. I can go on and 800 people. 800 people commented on here. 800. My city, my city, my city. All right. So when you see this, you can understand why we would have a list full of 11,565 people, 1,291 people, and another 2 lists that you can't even see. We have a total of 20,000 women right now. So let's just see some of the cities, okay? Now I can't share like phone numbers and stuff. So here's some of the cities. Just from January 8th, and I didn't even put out anything. I haven't put out anything since Saturday on social media. Oh, you can't see the dates. Here we go. January 8th. You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people have filled this out today alone, right? January 7th, January 6th. So we got Michigan, Texas, New York, Missouri, Florida. On this one list, there's almost 12,000 people. Literally, almost 12,000 people looking for you. Okay. So I wanted to just kind of show you guys this because I don't say anything that I can't prove. All right. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on down this list. All right. And again, this is only one of the lists. Okay. So let me pull y'all back into the presentation now. Okay. So I just kind of wanted to kind of like pull you in a little deeper than just these pictures to kind of show you what's my process. How do I get 500 to 1,000 to 1,500 women to come to this form on our website to fill out this consultation? When they type my city, we automatically send them the form to put in their name, put in their email, put in their phone number, put in the city that they're in. We have someone now certified in Canada. Okay. So here's a student. She talks about clients hunting her down. She hadn't even, this is her at the masterclass. So she hadn't even left the masterclass yet. So this is from her joining up into the masterclass. She is actually one of our students that are certified technicians that has seen over 40 clients in 3 months from this masterclass, right? And we already did the numbers. 1,600 times 40 is well over 6 figures, and that's not even it. Let me let you hear.
What's been your overall experience with being in the course? Do you feel like it's worth it? What do you see for your future with it?
Honestly, just having my name attached to this, I've already had so many people in my inbox. Hey, are you certified? Are you practicing? Do you need a model? That for me was very amazing because I hadn't been doing hair for the past 5 years. So to go into something that already has a clientele base waiting for you, like hunting you down, like how soon can we just do the consultations? I can pay already. Yeah, it's it made me feel good because picking back up again, I'm not starting having to build a clientele base all over again. And we all know how important building your base is. And they already know what the deal is when they come in. They know how much they're going to be spending. They know it's an investment. It's a lifestyle change. It's not just a hairstyle.
Okay. So another question, what are some of the results our program has gotten? Within the 6 months of leaving the masterclass and being certified, our students saw the following numbers. We asked 12 students, 12 or 13, the following numbers, like how many people do you believe or that you have on record that you've seen from us, not their current clientele, not their existing clients, but just from us, not even the clients that the people we sent have sent them, not even them, just the direct contact from our brand, that form to them. Okay. Because they do consultations. So you ask this during your consultation because you want to know if the program was a good investment. You're going to find out that it is, but you want to know that for yourself. Okay. And you want to be able to go back to your consultations and say, hey, I mean, after the first 6 months, you don't even need to count anymore, because more than likely you would have made your money back. You would have made your money back probably in the first 3 months. Okay. So after that, you can stop counting. Everything after that is forever profit. Like, you'll never be broke knowing this system. Okay. So 2 students said they seen 40 customers. 4 students said they saw 30 customers. 4 students said they saw 20. 1 student said they saw 10, and 1 student said they saw 3. Now, you got to keep in mind, this is a global brand. So you would ask, why would some students see 40 and one student would see 3? There's many factors that play into that. For example, your city. Your city plays a role into that. But let me tell you the number one thing that plays a role into that, okay? It's going to be your presentation. Because they see me and they say, oh, that sister bad. Oh, I believe anything she say. And they're going to go to the website and they're going to find you. But they better be able to keep that same energy. So don't think that you could just skate through here and not have any type of presentation, no Instagram, no website, none. That's not how this works. You need to have a presentation. And so a lot of our students, let me show you this example. It's some things that we recommend that some of them do. And that is to, for example, lethal looks. So here's one of our students here. You're going to always see this on their, that is the #1 tag on their Instagram. This is a brand. This is how you know someone is certified in this process, okay? Let me show you another person. These are the people who winning. These are the people who are winning, okay? So we're going to do, what is it? Here we go. Arabella in New York. So Monique is in Maryland. Arabella is in New York. Boom. You're going to always see this on their Instagram. They know, and they've been told that don't let a customer that we send you come to your page and they don't see that, because that's what they're looking for. Okay. So just to give you guys an example or a reference point. Okay. Back to the presentation now. Where are you? Here we go. Okay. So, and you got to look at these numbers also and consider, again, these people are coming for at least a year. This is not, we're not including people that, because once one person come, what happens is they whole family come. Because you know how many people have come into our program as a client, their hair was so broken, hair loss, dry, brittle, short, looking way worse than their family members, their friends, their coworkers, and then they show up with all this beautiful, bouncy, thick, shiny hair. It's a done data. All right. So this is I don't know if you guys know anything about investment, but compounding interest, there's compounding profit in this program. Okay. So multiply 40 by 1,600. What's that number? Do the math. 30, 10. You know, these people are increasing their income by that much in a very short period of time. That's going to compound and continue to grow. Their revenue is probably going to grow. I used to grow 30% in revenue every year during the time when I was behind the chair. So if I made 100,000, the next year I made 130. The next year after that, I made, 170, like 160. No, not 160, 200, because it's compounding, right? So students have come straight out of cosmetology school taking this course, and now they're on their way to 6 figures. This 2 students, the one at the top that seen 40, one of those were a cosmetology student coming straight out of cosmetology school. So this person is making more money than a lot of us here on this call, and we've been doing hair for years, okay? 4 students, we have several students that were able to quit their 9-to-5 jobs to pursue this career. I remember somebody was was in the pharmaceutical, been on that job for a very long time, quit that job, okay? Making a killing. We have students that have had to quit their hair careers because they couldn't figure it out, and they picked back up with this system, and now they're on their way to 6 figures. Prime example, this person here, you heard her say, I haven't done hair in 5 years. It wasn't working for me before. You heard her say that. I had to quit because it wasn't working for me. Now I made $2,500 only seeing 4 customers, and we're not even in the second week of May. Okay. So it's they're able to spend more time with their family. They're able to travel. I see a lot of my students traveling. They traveling more than me. I figure out like, what's going on here, but they living their best life. Okay. So here's a student that talks about, oh no, here we go, a success study. So here's Dimanda. Dimanda was in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So she's not even in like no Atlanta, no Houston or nothing, right? Here's her case study. In May, she saw 49 clients and made $5,000 before being certified in this program, okay? In June, she saw 29 clients and made $3,000. She was certified in July. So in July, she saw 19 clients and made $5,000. Remember, she made less than $5,000 seeing triple the clients. Do you see what I mean when I say work smarter, not harder, make more, work less? That's the concept here with this process, okay? And then in August, made $9,000 and saw 39 clients, okay? So this is just one of our case studies to show the concept of making more and working less, okay? I often talk about not only getting the opportunity to catapult your hair business behind the chair, we also give you opportunities beyond it, beyond your chair, okay? So last year we did a 9-city tour, and guess who were the stylists on that tour? The students. Whoever came to that masterclass and whoever was certified that we know can provide this service were on a 9-city tour. DC, Houston, Chicago, Atlanta, Dallas, Baltimore, New York, all right? All expenses paid, air flight, hotel, food, and they got paid to do the service, okay? We had 80 women sign on. Let me tell you how big of a demand that we have, all right? Because I don't think y'all really understand. We had 80 women sign up. We did one webinar just like this. I presented our tour. We had 80 women who paid $500 for a deposit during that time. We announced it, all right? 80, way more than I thought, all right? So not sure when the next one will be, if there will be a next one, but there's always opportunities where you have opportunity to do something beyond your chair that's going to really help catapult your business too. Like education, like our last masterclass, we had 2 educators. One was already in Houston, but we flew one down from New York to be an educator. So it's one of those things where you're in position, you make sure that you're in position to take advantage of opportunities like this. It's called staying ready so you don't have to get ready, okay? So that retail component, I already mentioned before, but let me just bring it back up again. One of the beautiful things about this system is that it's attached to retail. So in order to get through this process, when a customer comes to you and you're doing their consultation, they're all eyes and open ears, all right? They don't know nothing. It's your responsibility to educate them. And so when you're the authoritative figure and you're saying, hey, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go do this sewing, this technique. We're going to do it with this hair based on what you described that you wanted. You're going to make sure you get your supplements because you've been experiencing a lot of shedding. And we want to make sure that you're not experiencing anything eternally while you're in this process so we can maximize on the hair growth results. This is how you're going to be talking, all right? And they're going to say, okay, boop, boop, boop. And you're going to say, okay, they're going to say, what's my total? All right, it's going to be $1,247. Okay, how do I pay? That's the energy with most of the clients, all right? And retail, out of that 120,000 I showed you earlier, retail was almost 40,000 of that. $40,000 that you made, close to $40,000, and you didn't really have to do anything for it. You just had to make a decision to learn a skill. That's the only thing you have to do for that, okay? And these products are not like little low products that you sell for $10, you make $3, $5 on. No, you selling a $159 supplement, a 90-day supply for $159, and you making $60 on it just from a supplement, okay? So, retail income is like free money because you don't have to use your body to work for. So that's really important. So the Abra Kadabra Hair Growth Therapy business is a product and supplemental system that's paired with the 6-month sewing to create massive hair growth results, okay? You'll normally learn about the common causes of hair loss in the first 3 modules. The product systems, what used, things like alopecia, scalp disorder, excessive shedding, hair growth solutions, product knowledge, ingredients that's good and bad, other lifestyle solutions that you can recommend to your customers. And of course, the science behind the sewing, how it works, do's and don'ts. You kind of learn that within like the first 3 to 4 modules, okay? Why do you think doctors are rich? Why do you think people go to doctors and don't question, oh, okay, you're gonna have to get this heart surgery. Well, how much is that gonna be? They're not questioning that. Or, any type of essential need, they're not questioning really how much they're gonna be because they need it. They feel like they need it. It's attached to their identity, all right? That's how people buy. That's what fuels how people spend, all right? Too many women out here are struggling with hair loss issues and are unable to grow their hair, and they don't believe they can do it. And then now they see someone that like, look, I can do this for you. You ready? I got the solution. You ready? You think they're gonna be like, well, that is expensive. If they say that rarely happens, but if they say that, either they self-sabotaging or they playing around and they know they don't have even close to the amount of money that it takes. But usually when you do the consultation, you'll figure that out. So you're not really wasting time there, okay? You're going to be able to prescribe the hair solutions, inform them on what method they're going to be getting, all of that, okay? What does this mean for you? You're not going to be losing clients. They're going to remain with you because you educate them on the things that they've never heard of. You provide them with solutions to their problems. If you want to be successful, you find the solution to a problem and you fix it. And you will always be successful, right? Okay. Any questions so far? Is this helping you guys understand how this program works? Let me pull up my question box here. Do you guys have any questions so far that I haven't answered? If I do the $297 per month now, can I pay the rest in full? Yeah. You could pay. That's a great question. Someone was asking about if you did the membership. Can you pay the rest in full? You can pay it off whenever you really want. So that is a no. Yeah, that's definitely something that you could do. Some of the things that you gain exclusive access to 35% off your hair extensions and hair growth products, okay? You also get an affiliate website link that customers can use for your online program. Your online store. So you have an online store that's attached to iStore that earns you commission. So when you see, anytime we have sales, our students, our certified technicians will post our sales on their platforms. They will send out text messages and emails with their links. Those customers go through that link to buy their stuff, and it shows up as an affiliate income on our end, and we pay out every first of the month to our students, okay? So there's constant ways that you can make money in this process. You get become a premium hair growth specialist on Abra Kadabra website. You get social media marketing that drives 500 to 1,500 women to the website per month, exclusive live continuing education and demonstration. So we're constantly adding things to the Facebook group, which leads me into our Facebook community full of other stylists making an impact and making money. Proximity is key. Course guides, resources, printouts, and additional information, live Q&A with myself or any of our expert team of coaches, beyond the chair opportunities as a worldwide educator. At some point, we're going to be out the country, okay? Top retail performing recognition and advertising. So actually, we're at the end of a quarter right now. So at the end of every quarter, we take the top 3 retailers and we give them extra advertising we give them direct advertising. So we'll post them on the social media. We'll do a live with them. We'll send an email out, book here, okay, to everybody that's in their area. And then potential franchise opportunities if you want to own a salon, okay? So the question is, like, are you tired? Are you tired of being broke? Are you tired of that's financially or time broke? Are you tired of losing clients and money going up and down? Are you tired of doing all that you could do, not getting anywhere? Are you tired of your clients not valuing you and not getting what you feel like you deserve? The potential clients are here. They are here waiting for you. They've been here waiting for you. So if you're ready to take your hair career, your life, and yourself to new heights, you can click the link. I'm about to put a link in the chat right now, and then I'm gonna answer some more questions. But we're only taking 20 licensed stylists at this time, okay? We love to work with ambitious, driven stylists who want to win and provide it for their families, who want to be respected and valued, who thinks big, who wants to dominate their city, who wants to make a huge impact. That's very, very important. So the question is, like, where do you see yourself in 90 days? Do we have clients in VA? Okay, let's go to the list and look it up. Let's do it. Somebody said Virginia. Now keep in mind that this is only one list. So let's look up Virginia. Did I spell that right? Okay. All right. Somebody asked, do we have people in Virginia? Here we go. Oh, it's still going? Oh, wow. Okay. Let me show you what number we had. We had 328. Okay, 372 women in Virginia right now. What other city y'all want to know? Why I got this up? Okay, Eric, I'm going to get to your questions in just a few seconds. Anybody else want to know what area? Chicago. Keep in mind, this is only one list. We got 4 lists. Here we go, Chicago. $220 people in, oh, my bad. Are we done? Oh, we're not done. Oh, wow. Okay. Are we done? We are done. We got 486 people in Chicago right now looking for you. California. Are we done? Oh, we're not done. Are we done? I guess it's loading. I guess it loads as I go further down. Okay, I think, oh, no, we're not done. You get the point, California. It looked like are we done? We're done. 856 people in California. Someone said Charlotte. Here we go. Now, this is a specific city in North Carolina, but you can really just search North Carolina because people are going to travel to you, okay? This is Charlotte. This is only Charlotte, North Carolina. $285 people in only your direct city, okay? Somebody said Columbia, Missouri. Columbia, I may have to, no, it's not going to, I may have to, can I search Columbia, Missouri? No, I'm not gonna be able to do it like that. Because I'm only searching for a city, but there's a lot of Columbias. So, Columbia. Okay, we got 1, 2. This one's gonna be a little harder to search because there's a lot of cities that start with Columbia. But I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. But again, this is only one list. That's a hard city to search. We would have to do like a more detailed search for that one. So, or we could just do Missouri. Okay, Missouri. All right, after this one, we're moving on to the next question. Missouri. Oh yeah, so you seeing I've seen quite a few Columbias. Okay, 345. But again, who knows what area you're in? This is only one. So one list. All right, so boom, there we go. So you guys on here have seen that there are people that are actually looking for you. All right, so question. Where's the masterclass located? How long do you have to get accommodations? Okay, so let's go back to that. So the masterclass used to be in St. Louis, Missouri. We've had 5 masterclasses, so we have 5 cohorts. The first 4 were in St. Louis, Missouri. The next 4 will probably be in Houston. If that answers your question. Hopefully they answer your question. But the concept, I don't know if you guys want to hear earlier, we talked about me closing the salon down. I had established successful stylists in there. They didn't really need me anymore. So now I let them go. They are doing the services. They're on our list for people to look for. Now I get to really spread myself globally. And so right now we're in the States, but at some point we may be out the country because we have people out of the country that are enrolling in this course. Okay. I can see Canada being a place in the future, it just kind of depends, but right now it's Houston. So the one day masterclass is usually 2 to 4 months away from when you enroll. This usually gives you enough time to learn the methods and apply them. You usually have to apply the method on 3 people before coming to the masterclass. The masterclass is usually announced 10 to 12 weeks in advance. This gives enough time to establish payment plans and accommodations. And usually in our masterclass portal, we will show you a list of accommodations. Like we make it really easy for you. Like hotels in the area where the salon location would be. We usually wear all black just because it looks very chic and timeless. We make it really easy for you. So what's the quickest you can get through the program? That's a really good question. The quickest you can get through the program, I've seen, well, here's the thing. This is the thing you need to keep in mind. You don't need to get through the entire program to start making money. That's what you need to keep in mind, right? So you're not certified until you get at least one person through the entire program. So that's 6 months before you actually certified. But remember, when you leave the masterclass, you have proven that you can do this installation. And everybody that is looking for you wants to come see you, even though you're not fully certified. The full certification is just to show that you have been able to do all 3 mandatory parts, the installation, the retouch, tightening, and the removal successfully. That's what gets you the certification. When you leave a masterclass, you can do this installation today. By the time that person that you do needs a retouch and a removal, you would have already experienced that from the 3 people that you've done before coming to the masterclass. Hopefully that helps. What about South Florida or Charlotte? We looked up Charlotte. Do we have access to the database as students? You do not have access to the database as student because that is against the law. When people put their information in the email, they're putting it in under this brand, this business. You can't give their emails, their numbers to other people. And if we did, what are you going to do? Are you going to call all 400 of them? Somebody asked me this before in the program. I was like, I wish that we could do that, but we can't do that. It's against the law. And trust me, people out here are petty. They are very, very petty. I mean, we've gotten almost sued for somebody getting text messages like marketing or emails from us, and it didn't have unsubscribe at the bottom. I mean, this is a really interesting business, okay? So no, we don't just hand you the list, okay? We don't hand you the list of 20,000 people. We don't hand you the list of everybody in your city. We market to them. And then we continue to bring people from our brand to that page. Now, I really got to stress, like I stressed before, and I'm just going to be really transparent with you. We had someone that came into the program. When she came to the masterclass, she was not ready to service clients. She was way behind, really, really slow. The skills just were not there. So we could not put her on the website. So eventually, I think she came in February. So eventually in June, she was able to keep practicing. She showed us a couple videos on a portal, and Facebook, you know, the looks and stuff like that. So we say, hey, we're gonna certify you now. We believe that she was also on tour, so she was able to get practice on tour as well, not as a main tech, but as a like an assistant, right? So now she's certified, right? So now she's 2 months in. She hadn't gotten a client. She had not gotten a client 2 months in. But this is an important thing about our database. I can prove to you that we sent 45 people to your website in the last 2 months. Just the 2 months. 45 people have went to your website. Now, how could 45 people go to your website and nobody book an appointment? Well, that was because they didn't see anything pertaining to the Abra Kadabra sewing system, the 6-month sewing, hair growth, nothing. They saw 100 lists of services and they couldn't even find a consultation. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you gotta make sure that your presentation is on point or you miss opportunity. I always do my part. I can always prove that I'm at least get 500 people to 1,500 people or more to your web or to our database. I can never estimate how many people, because this is global. I can never estimate how many people from Florida, from Texas, from New York are coming there. I don't know. We have followers from all around the world. I have no clue. We have followers from the UK. We have people who fill out the form from Africa. I don't know, but I can assure you it's some people in your area that are filling out that form. And so I'm always going to get people to your website. What you do from that point is on you. We're going to give you the tools to do it, but you have to do it. Okay. If you do that and you do it right, you're going to be very, very successful like these people here. Okay. We only have 30 certified technicians, 30, a list of 20,000. And I would say, that's what, 2, 4, 10, 11, 12, that's 12. Yes, about 20 for sure are 6 figures or on their way. For sure. Some of them haven't even been certified a whole year yet, and they on their way. Okay. So hopefully that answers. Will those people have to be models or paying clients we find? The people you can charge. So the question is the 3 people that you have to do before the master class, which is what I'm assuming that you're asking about. Those people can be models or they can be paying clients. I would start for paying clients. I remember there was one of our students had 2 clients that paid, but had a hard time finding a third one. So she made the third one a model because she was 2 weeks away from the master class. So it really depends. But if you learning the skill and you applying it on your mannequin, you have a family member, you at least want to do it on a family member at least one time before doing it on a client and charging it. That's what I would recommend. Or the mannequin family member, doesn't matter. As long as your hands are actually doing it. So I would definitely recommend that. So yeah, those 3 people that you have to do for the masterclass, it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you just get done. Because this is why. When you come to the masterclass, you want to be able to know what your weaknesses are. You do not want to waste. This is not something that you waste. You want to make sure that you are well aware of what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, so you know what you're looking for when you come to the masterclass. If you don't, the very first masterclass we did was a disaster. It worked. We got through it. It was a success, but it was a disaster because they didn't know what the heck they were doing, because I didn't make them do it before they came. We will never, ever in life do that again. It was almost like on some of our students, I was teaching them from beginning to end. That is something that we're not ever going to do. We're never going to do that. And you're not going to be able to retain it. And those 2 people from that class that had never did it, were way behind everybody else. It was too difficult. You can't retain that much information in one class. You just can't. So this is why I make you guys do it. Once we did that, that second class was amazing. And ever since then, we had no problem. Every success. So it's about just knowing what's not working, what's working, and making sure we do that to help you reach your full potential. Okay. Let's see. To clarify, are you saying we have this code for 6 days? I'm currently working on getting my money to get it more off. Yes. Yes. So you have this code until Monday, January 15th. So let me go ahead and put that link in the chat again, just in case you missed it. I'm going to put the link in the chat again. You have this link with this code. Just enroll. Hey, let's go, Erica. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am excited. You'll probably be hearing from Felicia, who is our enrollment coordinator. She usually touch base with everybody. Everybody loves her. She is so helpful. She's usually at the master class. I mean, sometimes she's up to midnight helping students out with stuff, you know. So you will be hearing from her soon. Make sure you get in the Facebook group. Yeah, it's up from here. Okay, do people ever complain of tightness or itchiness, or do the products help mitigate those problems? Great question, Jasmine. Yes, it helps mitigate those problems. No, nobody complains of tightness and itchiness. Nobody, especially itchiness. So tightness is really going to depend on the person, you know. It'll be snug. Most people say, oh, snug, but it doesn't hurt. That's because I teach synergy and balance and grace in this program. It's high. You're going to hear me say it a lot. Synergy, grace, and grace. Synergy, balance, and grace. Like, it's so key. And especially at the master class. Let me share with you guys a couple people just 2 people from the master class who kind of speaks on what that experience was like. Okay.
And Abra is the best. This was the best class I've ever taken in my life. It was so informative. It went really smooth. Just different techniques that you learn from every stylist in here really help so that you can use whatever works for you. I was taught to have rhythm and sequency. It was just like count 1, 2, 3 when you do this. Like the information was just top notch. You cannot beat it. Like the hands-on experience is for me here. And I will be back because I have a couple more methods that I need to put under my belt to do this Abra Kadabra magic. Oh, and then she's coming for you. It's magic. It is. This was different. Like all jokes aside, like this was really fantastic. You're just getting a little bit of her knowledge has just helped me so much, and like my confidence level on everything is just like it wasn't just about the sewing. It's just about being confident in your craft, which gives you confidence as a person wholeheartedly.
Okay, and she's so funny. This is Brooklyn out of Mississippi. That was Jasmine out of Oakland.
So was the master class what you expected it to be today? What did you take away?
First of all, no. Because we be spending our money, thinking we gonna get a lot, and we get a little bit of nothing. So what I'm trying to say is, baby, I got more than what I was expecting. First of all, I got hovered over because this was like when one thing was wrong, change it, take it down. First of all, I ain't never met nobody that told me to take it down and redo it. Second, every question I was not afraid to ask not one question and receive an answer. And if the helper didn't know, the helper gonna get somebody that does know. So you're not walking out of here not knowing what you need to know. And if Abra see something that's not right, it's gonna be right before you leave. Best believe. So invest. If you want some money, invest in this.
It's funny because I remember some of these people I remember talking to in the beginning. I have course consultants now that talk to the students or hair professionals before coming into the program. But she was one of the first people that I spoke to. And I remember her saying, I'm making this investment. This right here is what I've been looking for. I'm making it. I'm about to get my credit. I just got a credit card for $6,000. That's how much they paid. $6,000. That's how much she paid. $6,000. They had kind of incorporated the masterclass with it. She paid that. that's all she had on the card, like 6,500. She said, I'm going to get my credit card. I do not care. I'm making this investment. I'm not shitting on myself no more. I'm not self-sabotaging myself. I'm about to do it. I will never, ever forget it. And she was on my tour. She's in Mississippi. She's in Aberdeen, Mississippi. And people come from Atlanta. People come from Tennessee. People go to see her. She was one of those ones that I was a little afraid because she was in a city where it wasn't like a whole bunch of people. I'm talking about like a small town. But she also had her existing clients also. And so she's been doing it on her existing clients. And those clients have been sharing to all of their family and friends and coworkers. And, so she's been a huge success story. Okay. It's impossible to learn every single thing in this course in a very short period of time. Because you may learn in the course, we're doing it on full-headed people, right? In the masterclass, you may see somebody with hair loss. If you're not doing them, somebody next to you doing it with hair loss, so you're gonna learn there. But there's people who missing hair at the top, people who missing hair on the sides, people who have long, thick hair, people who have short, fine hair. So you learn the concepts, and at some point you use your creativity to put it together. But you always got the Facebook community. You will notice once you get in there, every time you see questions, they always answer either with text or with video. Or some of the other certified technicians are answering. That Facebook community is full of support like I have never seen in my life. These girls don't just come together and go on with their life and never talk to each other and see each other. These girls are flying to each other, doing each other hair, hopping on lives together. So you're not just getting support in the Facebook group, you're getting support outside of the Facebook group as well. And they're pairing up. They're doing giveaways. I mean, it's something like it's like a sisterhood, literally, right? So you are always going to be supported. And then one day you will become that leader for new stylists that come in. We're at the beginning of this thing. Believe it or not, we're at the very beginning. There's going to be at least 1,000 hair professionals over the next 2-3 years that come into this program. We have 100 in the program now. No, I never know. But we got 100 people in our Facebook group. Everybody's not active. Some people gonna get in, and especially if you do the membership gives you 3 modules at one time. You got to wait a whole nother month for the next module to pay the other $297. You get 1 module released each month. You can get distracted. You could just, so I don't recommend doing it like this, doing it like a membership. We do have that option. That wasn't always an option. We just came up with that not too long ago, just to give people opportunity to position themselves to get in there. But that's not where you want to stay. That's only to get you in the door. So the month or 2, you want to be upgrading, okay? And getting ready for that masterclass, all right? Let's see. Can a client with traction alopecia get this on? They absolutely can. Unless they don't have any hair at all, they more than likely can get this sewing system. So what we really look for is hair around the ear. They can have no hair at the top, but as long as they have a little hair around this ear, or they can have hair, a little bit of thin hair at the top and hair behind the ear, there's a way to do it. And there's a way to get some of their hair to grow in too. Okay. Any other questions? Let me go to the Q&A here to make sure I covered all you guys' questions. You spoke on this already, but I don't quite understand. Am I able to go to a masterclass before completing the course? How is that if someone of the course are rolled out? How is that if some of the courses are rolled out? Yes, the very great question, Jasmine. Great question. So, if let's just say you did, let's say you did a payment plan, right? And the payment plan gives you up to module 8. Module 8 has the installation for leave out. It also has the installation for closure, but you don't get that day. You get that the following month. Okay. As long as you have the installation, you can come installation process, and you're able to apply the installation methods you learn in the course on 3 different people, and you upload it to that portal. You can come to the masterclass and didn't even get through the entire course yet. Does that make sense? Let's see. Do you have wholesale for extensions? Yes. So we kind of talked about that here. Let's see. So you get exclusive access to our hair growth products, supplements, all of those things. and hair extensions. So you will have a code that you use to go buy, and you get 35% off the retail price that we have online. So if somebody go to buy a raw bundle of a raw Indian hair bundle, deep wave, and they spent $100 on it, you get 30, which is way more than that. If they spend 200, you get $60. So you can make $60 to $85 off each bundle that you sell to your customers who are coming to get this service from you. So they may pay you $400, $500, but $200 is yours, or $180 or $160 of that is yours. And then they're gonna get the supplements. So the supplements, $159 for a 90-day supply. So $60 of that is yours. So now you just made $230, maybe $240 just off supplements and hair, just by knowing how to do the skill. What is the average amount of bundles needed for a client? It depends on what they're getting. So if they're getting like 16 inches in like 16, 14, 12, and a leave out, 2 bundles. If anything else, 3. So if they doing 18, I mean, actually depends on the hair. If they're doing raw hair, you can actually do 2 bundles of 18 and still look really full if they're doing a leave out. But obviously if they're doing a closure or a manual closure, or even like a flip over method, which are some other techniques that you have an option to learn in the future, 3 bundles for sure, or 2 bundles and a closure for sure. If they answer that question. Soak me up, because this here is an opportunity that'll probably, hey, it took a lot for us to get some people who donate to our scholarship fund to help with this. And then we're covering a lot of it too. It's a lot, but we really invested. Now that I see what this course can do, I really wanted to give an opportunity for the people who were in our course to really thrive. I want to be able to say and show you that what I'm telling you is proven. I'm not making this up. A lot of people make things up. That's not how I roll. I need to be able to see that what I'm saying, I did it for myself. I did it for the hairstylists that are in my salon. Can I do it for hairstylists all over the world? That's what I really kind of wanted to see. Now that I see that, now I'm anxious to get more people in. See, I'm excited. I don't really get excited that much, really. I mean, I do, but my emotions are very regulated. So I don't get excited that much. So you need to capitalize off my excitement right now. I want to get more people in the program, and I want to see, I'm challenging myself here. Can I take the next 20 people and do what I just did there? All I know is my brand is growing. When my brand grows, everybody else grows. I can post a reel that's not even pertaining to the 6 month sew-in, and I'm gonna still get 100 people that day go looking for you. So this is why, going back to earlier, the question, why me? Who am I, and why learn from me? Is because I got an ecosystem set up here where everybody wins and everybody gains. And that's the beauty of it. Do they provide their own hair for the 3 sew-ins? No, you will have access, Erica. You will have access to, you're going to do the consultation like you're taught in the program. You're going to explain to them, this is, based, what do they want to go with virgin hair? Do they want to go with raw hair? Do they want to go with straight hair? Do they want to go with curly hair? Whatever you decide, you're going to give them your link, or you're going to get the hair and have it. Some people always can't afford to purchase retail up front. This is why we have our affiliate here, this second one, an affiliate website link. So you got 2 options to make money. One option is going to make you way more money. Okay. So if Erica, if you say I got a couple clients that are interested, I know they're going to want wavy hair because they don't like curly hair. They don't like managing curly hair like this. They don't like all that. I'm going to get some wavy hair. Boom, I'm going to buy it. So now you didn't spend, let's see, one. So you spent, you didn't got 3 bundles because you wanted to have it for somebody else. So you spent 60 times 3, $180 for 3 bundles of virgin hair, let's say, right? And then you do your consultation. They say, okay, I want the hair that you bought, and they're paying you $420 for it, right? So you have all the tools once you get into this program to start making money today. If you get into this program and you get full access to everything, or even the 8 modules, even when you come in as remember, you get 35% off on everything. Now, so if you sold that to her, now you made a 35% profit. But if you didn't buy it up front and you had her go to your affiliate link to purchase it, right? Then you get 10%. So if she spent $420, then we send you 40. So 30, 60, 90. So instead of making $95, you made $40. That makes sense? And we pay that out on the 1st of every month. So this is one of those things that you benefit all the way around for as long as you want. You can benefit forever. As long as you're doing hair, you can benefit from being a part of social. We consider you guys partners. So this is not just a course that you spend your money and you never see it again. It doesn't make you any money. They don't send you any clients. You never talk to any of the people that were in the class. No, there's some major marketing going on in this program, major marketing. And there's a lot of things in the future that we're going to be looking. We're going to be looking for social media people. We're going to be looking for educators. We're going to be looking for communicators, people who talk about this process on the news and with blogs and on interviews. Like, I can't do everything. I don't even want to do everything. Now that I know, and I've been knowing for a little bit, that this here can really catapult you to a place that you can't even imagine. I just want to just hand it over. That's what I'm really doing. I'm just kind of handing it over. So you're never going to, I seriously doubt that you'll ever come across anybody or anything like this in your lifetime while you're here. And I say that confidently because I know why God gave it to me. So, yeah. So if, to answer your question, Erica, also, you want to push them to buy your hair, right? But if it's just for the sake of getting it done because you need to get the masterclass, even if you use some cheap hair from the beauty spot store or some synthetic hair on a mannequin, I don't care how you do it, just get it done. But just keep in mind that there's a system set up for you to capitalize, monetize off of this process at all times. So if you can master that system, then you can always be making money. Okay. All right. So I answered, let's see. I was okay. Let's see. Can I use, let's see. Hold on, let's see how many clients. Okay. I love black can client. Yeah, thank you. Can I use my own supplier of hair? So here's the thing. You got to make sure that your clients are, you got to make sure that your hair can survive a 6-month sewing process, right? And you all, let me tell you, we run into a problem with this. And because customers from our brand are looking at what we're presenting. And then for example, we got one person, they went to a person and they said they wanted raw hair and the person gave them their raw hair and 2 people, and they came back complaining. They came back, it caused a lot of problems. So we do have some policies kind of set in place that if we keep getting complaints, we may have to take you off the website from the people that we send it. We may have to take you off the website for a period of time. That stuff is still being built out until we can come to an agreement. Okay, are you going to use your products for your hair or your hair for your customer? Or are you going to use, if somebody comes and say, okay, I was following this, it shows you a picture, this is the hair that I was wanting, are you going to follow that? Because it's all about being invisible, really. Because we can't have 200, 300, 400 students, and then we getting 100, 200 complaints from everybody. That we can't manage that. So we got to create a seamless system. Okay. So if you are extremely confident in what your things can do, and you're willing to take that risk, but if somebody says, I want this, I want that hair in Abra's head, and you do something that you feel like could work, you lose a client forever. So that's we've seen that. We've literally seen it. So you just gotta be, you gotta be just smart in how you educating people and manage your expectations, be upfront and honest with them. Put it in their hands. One thing we can say, don't let them use their own hair for sure. Don't let them bring in their own hair for sure. So, because we experienced that also, somebody complaining about a process from someone. And I'm like, okay, well, what hair is that? Well, this is the hair that I brought in. Well, that hair it clearly shows that it's not a quality specimen of hair. So you can't come to our brand complaining about a certified technician that did your hair with the hair that you brought in. So all of these lessons, we took those and built out policy. So we have a waiver that we created. So if someone wants to use their hair, they have to sign a waiver, because you shouldn't be responsible for doing anything to their hair once you sew their hair on because they had problems with their hair. We've had people that they brought their own hair in the past, and they had to pay us to remove it, buy our hair, and pay us to sew it back on. So all of our policies are kind of set up to really help create a seamless process, one that eliminates as much stress as possible, and one that helps build sustainable businesses without you losing the very leads that are willing to pay you thousands of dollars for this process. So hopefully that helps. I was worried about the styles being beautiful and polished, but I'm loving how there's so many methods. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is really limitless, honestly. And the styles are gorgeous. So let me just show you one of our, let me see. Let me go to Instagram and show you, what's her name? One of our certified technicians in Houston. She's the Dollhouse 19. Oh, no, I could just actually go on my page, honestly. So I shared, where is she? I shared one of her reels. This is something that we do. We share your reels so you get exposure. Okay, here we go. Oh.
Flat. It's so flat. It feels like it's legit mine.
Looks like it too.
Right. Look. Oh my gosh.
Yes, ma'am.
First time sewing, I'm liking the experience so far.
That's right.
So that was the first time. That was the first time customer. We have let me go to like Lethal Looks. These are some of the technicians that I can remember off the top of my head. She has, I mean, she does all kind of styles. I don't know. There's a lot of beautiful styles that they do. I mean, that would be trying to find a needle in a haystack. I think that's a closure.
Won't you say my name?
Yeah, that's a closure. So yeah, we can, I mean, there are honestly just so many things that you can do. This is, she does a lot of closures. I think that's a closure. I don't know what it is. Leave out. Here's a closure.
Yes. You know, get the time for the head. They form say you do it like this. You know, get the time for the head.
A lot of our students have had people fly from out of the country, from like London, from Africa. When I was behind the chair, I had a lot of clients from Dubai, a lot of clients from Africa, Black women. So yeah. Also, I showed that here's one of our students who's
What's your name?
Travel.
Key, Jazz, here. Nigga, go. Oh, yeah, want me keep on my diamonds and sex? What's your name? Key, Jazz, here. Nigga, go.
So there's different styles you could do to speak to that person who was, I don't remember who that was talking about the styles. So, Yeah. All right, so let me just make sure I asked everybody, does everybody have the link? Where are you guys at? Because I see most of you guys kind of hung in with me during this time. We were supposed to end at 1:30, so 20 minutes ago, but if I see questions, I like to get them answered. I don't like to leave you guys hanging at all. I'm excited for the future, super excited for the future, for you to get your hands into this methodology and start really changing women's lives and changing your life. It's up, okay? Not see you at the top. We all going to the top, okay? All right, peace, love, and blessings, everybody. Have a good evening.